Work. What's up guys, this is Pastor Kevin. If this is your first time to the channel, here I will give you practical tips and strategies to take your faith to the next level. I want to show you what you can do so that you can put hands and feet to your faith. One of the most important things that you need to grow in your spiritual walk with God is to learn how to understand and read the Bible. But just having the Bible alone does not make you a follower of Jesus. Just because you have curry powder in your kitchen does not make you a Sri Lankan. And even reading the Bible does not make you a Christian. It's only when we learn to digest the truths of Scripture and internalize the message about God and about ourselves that we really truly grow spiritually. In a previous video, I have shared 7 steps that I use to reflect on Scripture. So feel free to click over here, maybe here, yeah, right here, if you want to go check it out. In this video, I want to share with you 3 questions that I ask myself whenever I open the Bible. So let's go! Question number 1. What did the text mean to the original audience? In other words, we want to find out what is the historical context of the passage that you're reading. So if you look from Genesis all the way to Revelation, you see how God has spoken to a specific group of people. But the thing is, we need to understand how the culture functioned. We need to understand what they liked, what they didn't like. As I'm asking this question, I'm also asking, what's the problem that the original audience faced and how did God solve that problem for them? Here's the thing, the more accurate information you have about what happened then, the more accurate information you have about what it means to you today. As you're asking these questions, jot some notes down in your journal. Question number 2. What does the text mean? This is where you find out the literary context of the passage. The literary context of a passage is simply to ask, how does the passage fit within the overall narrative of the chapter, of the book, and of also the entire Bible. So basically at this point, I want to find out, how does the passage relate to the chapter? And how does the passage relate to the rest of the book? Are there similarities? Are there differences? What is God saying? What is God like? What do we learn about the God-man relationship in this passage? So feel free at this point to underline the words or phrases that stand out to you. Sometimes these words and phrases are things that you probably are unclear about. In a later video, I will talk about how we can get deeper into the historical context and the literary context of Scripture. But for now, I've added some links to free resources that I use sometimes in the description below. So feel free to check it out. And the last question, question number 3. What does the text mean to me today? I believe one of the reasons why people tend to have a bland and boring experience with the Bible is because they skip question number 1 and question number 2, and they just spend the whole time discussing question number 3. The thing is this, if we skip on those first 2 questions, we will cheat ourselves out of a rich and meaningful experience with the text and also with God. At this point, in light of all what I have learned about the text and the passage, I ask myself the following questions. What is God trying to tell me today? What areas of my life does God want to shed light on? What is my next action step? So guys, those are the 3 questions that I ask myself whenever I open Scripture. What did the text mean to the original audience? What does the text mean? And what does the text mean to me today? So question of the day, what are the questions that you ask yourself when you engage with Scripture? Feel free to leave a comment below, like, share, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. And feel free to join along on this journey, because I'm on this journey to try to figure out how to best teach you tips and strategies that you can use to take your faith to the next level, specifically through the Bible. God bless and stay classy.